A very lovable morning to everybody with the greetings of Sat Shri Akal and a lovable feeling of being Be Misal. Hats off to you, pay my gratitude and wish you Namaskar, Assalamu Alaikum, Sat Shri Akal to everybody with a wow feeling of Be Misal. So दोस्तों फिर मिले हैं चलते चलते, फिर मिलते रहेंगे चलते चलते, ये दौर यूं ही जारी रहेगा. Being alive before you with the feeling of wow within me and me right now within you. ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੌਰ, ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੰਗਾ ਬਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, and this is embracing life, mindfulness. Hats off to our topic, riding upon life's podium. So if we recognize us as a mindful being within these happening of the process of breath, which is the state of the art of life, to live interestingly forever. LIFE, live interestingly forever. So this is embracing. And on the flip side of the coin, if we does not reside within the mindfulness process of being in the breaths and being absent from these breaths and psychologically landing upon into the bhut or the bhavishya, that means we are losing our man, which is only in this vartman, in this present, which is a present of God, being godly within us, giving us this present each and every moment, each and every speck of this universe, which is a spectacular now. That means Shandar, we are Shandar. The process of our happening of life, this is spectacular, embracing our life. So where there is no I mean to say embracing, एक गले लगाना, embrace ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਗਲੇ ਲਗਾਣਾ, feeling ਲੈਣਾ ਇਸ ਬ੍ਰਹਮੰਡ ਦੀ ਔਰ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਬੀਇੰਗ ਦੀ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੱਫੀ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, embrace ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. The opposite of the or the flip side of the coin is that when we do not embrace the things, embrace the life, embrace the relationship, we are into the process of feeling embarrassed, or this is the concept of mensria. This is a legal word just came into my mind, that is guilty conscious. So the guilt within us, that is, we are out of the mindfulness process of being within this now, which has to be without any worries, with a feeling of wow, the world of wonders we are into. We are into this heaven of this world of wonders, that is this swarg. ये स्वर्ग है दोस्तों, एक एक ब्रेथ दे विच फील करके देखो कि हम आदमी हैं एकदमी. That means we are the beings of one breath. Inhale, exhale. That is, this is wonderful happening, being leading us to transmute the process of energy, the conversion, the transformation from one element, transcending the same into the another element formation. This is life. श्वास अंदर ले, ऑक्सीजन कंसीव की, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड डिलीवर की. This is the transformation our body is doing, our lungs are performing. Oxygen अंदर, carbon dioxide बाहर. Just see, within a speck of a second, this transformation happens. That means we are the transformative beings. If our body process is always into the process of transformation, that means we should say ourselves transformation or the transformative beings. Instead of saying human beings, to embrace upon more upon the feeling of being is, I should say to you, I should say to me in this meek process that I am a being with embracing me, a wishful me, a wish is fulfilled me, that is embracing being. Instead of human being, we are embracing beings. And when we are more conditioned with the policy or the phenomenon of human, then it lands upon embarrassed beings. So the choice is always of me within my body as energy, that is consciousness, that is Chetna, that is the rider within this podium, making the reflections of our topic, that is riding upon life's podium. So my shadow, this is giving a precedent, or as an example I can say a citation to us, that in the similar way this shadow is outside representing our body's shape. Inside us, this is our psychic body, our ethnic body, which is called as our psychological body, our subconscious body. Conceiving everything with consciousness, with Chetan, अवचेतन हर चीज़ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਸੀਵ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਔਰ ਚੇਤਨ ਔਰ ਅਵਚੇਤਨ ਦੇ ਇਸ ਮਿਲਨ ਨੂੰ, ਇਸ ਟੂਗੈਦਰਨੈਸ ਨੂੰ, ਇਸ ਜੁਆਇੰਟਨੈਸ ਨੂੰ, ਇਸ ਇੰਟਰਕੋਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਲੀਵਰ ਜੋ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, this is known as life. Life into heaven or life into hell, this is just our choice with a touch of a finger representing the touch of our conscious mind with our subconscious mind, and making this phenomenon of this union of consciousness with subconsciousness, with unconsciousness, with true consciousness, with spontaneous consciousness. This is a 7-story building. We should recognize this fact deliberately, and we should not stay on the one floor of this 7-story building of our life. We should move to upward our different floors, and there are 3 upward floors and 3 are in the downward, that is on the basement, and the total is 7. So 7 stages of our consciousness are there, but precisely, or the I mean to say the crux, the nichod ਇਹੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਦੋਨ 7 consciousness the types ਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਚੇਤਨ ਔਰ ਅਵਚੇਤਨ, conscious mind and subconscious mind. We never say conscious brain or subconscious brain, because brain is the mechanism fitted within our body into our head, skull, inside the skull, and the mind is our ethnic body, which is represented by our aura, which is both inside and outside, and making this miracle happen of life. So this happening of life is to embrace upon the process of our breathing or each breath, or rather feeling embarrassed being out of this process of breaths. So दोस्तों, ये अपनी चॉइस है. गले लगाना, प्राउड फील करना, सब तो पहला अपने आप नू, और अगर अपने आप नू कर लिया, as charity begins from home, so love begins within us, within our body. And within our body means again the process of our energy transmutation and the inception or the identity or the mandatory. We should deliberately consider us more than a body, much more than a physical body, into our ethnic physiological, I mean to say, apart from our physiological body, our psychological body, that is me. Outside is I. So recognize ourselves always into this introvert process that is inside our body, rather, or always being there into the extrovert that is outside our body with the I. And I is conditioned and me is embrace, I mean to say, me is embracing upon our life, that is gale lagana apni chetna nu. And if we accompany me, that is embracing process. And if we don't accompany me, that is to reside with the I, the conditioned I, with the goodwills, with the accumulations of this mundane world, that is the process of embarrassed being. So दोस्तों, आज ये छोटा जा discourse to life is the process of the happening of life into this podium, realizing ourselves absolutely in the process of embracing and come out of the vicious cycle of embarrassed being. Bye bye dosto, take care, wish you a wonderful Sunday, wish you a wonderful now. More than a Sunday is wonderful now, and always dwell, reside within this now only, and learn this feeling of mindfulness to reside within this now and feel the power of me. And this is me more than my body, me more than I, that is my psychological being, my embracing being is much more than I conditioned of embarrassed being. Love you, love me, because love is the happening of our life and love is God. जिद्दां आपां कहने आ प्यार किया नहीं जाता हो जाता है. In the same way, if love is God, I should say we should not find God, we should recognize the power of God within us. जिद्दां प्यार किया नहीं जाता हो जाता है, भगवान को ढूंढा नहीं जाता, वो अपने अंदर ही मिल जाता है. Love, the interpretation of this wonderful, lovable word, love is lots of valuable emotions that should be, first of all, for us. We should not be a conditioned being or the approval being or approval seeking being. We should live like a freebies, like within the power of now, the happening of now, out of the vicious cycle of mens rea, that is guilty conscious. Take care. फिर मिलेंगे चलते चलते, फिर मिले हैं चलते चलते, to discuss this topic of life, to recognize ourselves as a godly energy, as a godly rider. And hats off to our topic, our lovable, our embracing topic, that is riding upon our life's podium. Take care. Sat Shri Akal. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum, with a feeling of bemisal.